in a bit of sadder news, it was just confirmed that the upcoming Tiana Disney Plus series that was going to be a spinoff of The Princess and the Frog has been canceled by Disney. This comes from The Hollywood Reporter. Walt Disney Animation Studios has officially pulled the plug on its Tiana Princess series as it abandons making original long-form content for streaming. A spokesperson confirmed that there will be some layoffs in addition to this over in its Vancouver studio as a result of the shift in business strategy. In addition to the Tiana series, the studio is also scrapping an unannounced feature-length project that was set to go straight to Disney Plus. We don't even know what that is. But Tiana was first announced in December of 2020 back at that investors call. It was envisioned as a musical featuring Anika Noni Rose reprising her role as Tiana from the 2009 film The Princess and the Frog, the film centering on Disney's first Black princess. And the animation studio is set to be developing a separate short-form special that's going to be inspired by The Princess and the Frog, which is currently in development. So there is still something on the docket on the sort of the next sort of release strategy for this particular IP, but this series is no longer happening, and they were deep into development. And obviously, Anika Noni Rose, she's finally come out and she sent off a lot of comments about her response and her feelings to this. She's obviously disappointed. She's dedicated years of her lives to this, and a lot of people are very, very upset by this. How do you feel just about seeing this project ultimately not see the light of day? Something that was long in development, off of I would say a beloved property. Now knowing that it's canceled and we won't get an opportunity to see it in the future.
Yeah, I am sad. I'm a big Princess and the Frog fan. Actually, I really like that movie. I love Princess Tiana. A movie I visit every so often, kind of in the slew of my other Disney favorites. I really like it, man. And of course, one of the biggest critiques with the original Princess and the Frog film, particularly from the black people, us black people, was like, "Dang, we finally get a black princess, and she gets turned into a frog the whole time," which is a fair critique, right? But this show, in a lot of ways, was going to be like, "Oh, we get to see her now. We get to see her not be a frog the entire time. We get to see Tiana be a princess, and I have to go through all the other things that she went through." So I think that was exciting for me to potentially see that. But yeah, that's what makes it disappointing. It's like, dang, we're really not going to get to see more Princess Tiana not be a frog, and I think that yeah, man, that sucks. And that 2020 investors call is going down as one of the worst investors calls like ever. It's so bad. It's like everything is bad. None of that stuff became good. Moana 2 or the series was announced back then, and like the only some Star Wars, like the only win from that, a lot of stuff got canceled, bro. Like the only win low key is like Win or Lose, the show that Pixar show was just talking about. It's like the only small W they've gotten, and even that little show has some controversy attached to it. So yeah, that whole investors call is just going down the drain, low key. That's going to be a very historical bad investors call with Bob Chapek and yeah, man, that's just too bad. But yeah, very disappointing for me, man. It sucks. Yeah.
I think they learned their lesson to not do that again. We haven't seen really one since because they announced a slew of things. Many of them have never seen the light of day. Most of them from Lucasfilm. No surprise there. But other things as well, like this series has now been axed, which even more... Forget the story and forget the opportunity to see the character. And the work that people put in to just go down the drain, trash. I just hate that. I just hate that probably 4.5 years of people's lives.
That's insane, bro.
That's crazy. It's not unlike the Batgirl situation. It's not unlike the Coyote versus Acme situation. Like seeing stuff like this just gets so far along in the process, or the perception is that it gets so far along to just get nixed because there's a shift in business strategy. It's really disappointing. This is one of those drawbacks of, hey, we're making changes because we realize, this streaming thing probably not as fruitful as we thought. Our bad. So now we have to sacrifice some things at the altar, and that just it really sucks, to see it go down like this. And so I really feel for all of the people that were behind this, especially Anika, just knowing how important this role and this character is to her. And this is also weird because the whole fucking new ride, Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disney, was based off of this. That ride was supposed to be connected to this show, and so now that ride just kind of exists as its own story. Which I don't know. I guess it'll just have to be that as it is. But that's also just a weird thing where it's like that was going to pay off within this series, but we'll never see. We'll unfortunately never see it. So it's definitely unfortunate to see it go down like this.